James Smith have leapt up to sea by virtue of coming from Camelford. Camelford, ready to go? Under 6 minutes? You're the boys.
Just leave it so you can rejoin us.
Good afternoon. We are from Sir James Smith School in Camelford. We have come up with the I Can campaign to promote recycling as a fun and easy to do thing throughout schools. Think about how many people you see drinking canned drinks, whether they be soda cans or beer cans or energy drink cans, every day. Think also about how many you drink yourself. It's a lot, isn't it? We plan to launch a nationwide competition to using the I Can can crusher to crush cans and see how many schools can crush how many cans. We'll have a few simple rules to stop people cheating, and this will all come in the pack along with your crusher, stickers, badges, medals and trophies to promote people so that they feel encouraged. All of these, of course, will be made out of the cans where possible. I'll now move on to Lynn to tell us about the mechanics.
Hello, I'm Lynn, and I'm going to be talking about the functions of the crushers themselves. So basically, the concept of our design is that it's an easy, functional way to crush and recycle cans. They're safe and economical as they don't use any electricity, and also the user is cut off from the can while it's being crushed to protect them from sharp edges or wrinkles. This is our principal design, the hand can crusher. It works using a screw attached to a handle at the top that can be wound round. And there is a crushing platform at the bottom which will crush the can itself. Also, when the handle is turned around for the first time, a door should slide in front of the can to stop it hurting the user or anything. And then when the can is fully crushed, you can pull out a tray and it will fall into the bin below. The front of the bin will be transparent so that you can gauge how many cans have already been crushed by eye. And also at the back there will be a locked drawer that can also be unlocked so that you can remove the cans and take them away for further recycling. One of our aims is to make most of the components of the crushers out of scrap from the local scrap store. We also had designs for a foot-powered crusher like this, but overall we thought that our hand can crusher was more reliable. Now Tommy's going to tell you about the marketing.
Okay, hello, I'm Tommy, and I'm going to start off with the website. First, for our can crushing competition. The idea for this is that other schools may log on and keep track of how many cans that they have crushed and collected. Each school shall get a username and password, and once they have counted their cans, they may play a pack can game or listen to our theme tune song, which we're still developing on. We believe that there should be can crushing leaders in each school. So they could earn hoodies so you're able to spot them out, which should be going up there soon. Stuff like that. As well as people not as high as them in the can crushing competition, but as well as they can earn stickers and badges for lower people in the competition. To make a competition fair, we will send the amount of cans. We'll send the amount of cans to a centre to have them turned into an average score to match the population of the school. And I'll hand you to Sam with the costings.
Right. We have had a quote from a very good website creator. To build the website we have presented to you and train us all in website management, running, modifying and updating for £2,000. But what is even better is that he is lowering it to £800, reducing it by 60%. The information packages that we will send out to schools will cost us around £7.50, covering the cost of everything inside and postage and packaging. We will develop instruction manuals for the I Can crushers, initially 10, which will be included with all of the can crushers. We would need £1,000 publicity, as well as £1,000 for a launch party at the Eden project, which has been already certified. We would need £100 per crusher, and initially would also like to send 10 off. However, with development, etc., it may cost in the region of £1,300. We have been working with Holmes & Marchant, graphics designers who are willing to carry on working with us. So far they have done this for free, yet further development may cost in the area of £2,000. We would need £500 for emergencies, little things that may pop up. And we have a method for financial stability, yet so we don't overrun with time. We'll answer that in the questions. In conclusion, we think we would need £6,000 to £7,000. And remember, I can, you can,
We can!
The issue of the actual crushing is really the key to this, isn't it? And it's a fantastic way of doing it like that. But I'm just trying to understand. Are you suggesting that you provide crushers to lots of different schools, or are schools going to find their own way of crushing cans? And secondly, what happens to the cans when they crush?
What happens is that this isn't a properly finished design, but once the cans are, when you, as Lynn said, within the first turn, a safety door shall close, and then there should be a little spring that will knock the can into a drawer in the bottom, which can, Lynn, if you would just open now, at the front as well as the can. But then
This is what we were on about financial stability, because aluminium users and recyclers pay in excess of £800 per tonne of aluminium. That's 71,648 cola cans, or 44,345 beer cans. That's a lot of cans, but in 10 minutes, 3 Year 8 students found 56. At this rate, collecting cola cans, it would only take 21 hours to collect
so does each
a tonne.
school
Yeah, so
then-
yeah, they make a profit themselves, and so do we from our cans. And they take them to an aluminium user or recycler who recycle them and use them, and we get money for that.
And my question then about the crushing, you want to answer
For
that?
the crushing, for sending them off to the schools, or
Yeah,
It was whether you're providing.
we provide.
we provide them, we pay for them, and then that will help them in their way to the campaign and to be more economical.
We're not actually advocating you do beer cans, by the way.
Because we're
I think
opening
they're just
Well,
be
you
on
can
that.
collect them.
Yeah.
We're opening it to communities as well, and other schools in their communities, so parents can bring it in. And we're looking to install them not just in schools, but in local areas as well.
The actual competition, how do you know people aren't going to cheat?
We've developed ways to stop them from cheating. I think.
Well, we don't actually ask the schools how much they've collected. We ask the recycling company that they send their cans to, and then we'll get a weight which we can divide by the number of cans to get the number.
I think what you've got here is fantastic as a campaign. I think the graphics and the fact that you've thought beyond your school is brilliant. But I've got to say, I think the weakest link in your proposal is the bin idea, and I think obviously I like the fact you prototyped it, but I think the prototype also shows that there are weaknesses that you've not yet resolved. I think that maybe, as Leslie, the other dragon, has said, a really clever idea within this campaign is to get every school to come up with a different way of crushing their own cans. So I prefer you're taking this forward, to actually come up to run the campaign and the website. You come up with your own bin, but then you allow others to come up with theirs, and that way I think you've got to decouple that bit from your business plan, because I don't think you'll make a lot of money out of bins, but I think the actual, and so I don't think you have to ignore that bit in terms of selling it, because that will confuse the whole thing. And then, maybe the other solutions that we saw before, they could do that and still be part of your scheme.
Thank you.
If that were the case, then we'd only need £5,000 to £6,000.
So, the first of our runners-up with a cheque for £2,000, Sir James Smith's
Who wants to hold the cheque? You're the money man, I seem to remember. Maybe you get in the middle.
Big club, big smile, everybody. All getting this picture.
Yeah, all the work.
And